Dirtiest people on Hoarders.
The house is very dangerous. Okay, this is not a joke. You must have a mask on if you're in the house.
When I walk into this house, it feels like a horror movie.
They spray the entire house down just to make it safe for us to throw away.
She's feeling pretty exhausted, pretty tired.
Your grandmother was pooping in a cup.
Yeah. It's very difficult for me to watch her decline. I pray for my sister a lot because she's dying a slow death. And if she doesn't get help, she's gonna die in that house.
Aren't grandmas supposed to be sweet to their grandkids? This is straight up evil. Dorothy and her cleaning crew seem to already be working to clean out Linda's mess while Linda waits outside. Dr. Robin Zasio, a licensed psychologist, explains Linda still feels emotional about letting her hoard go. People are crazy. She doesn't even hoard valuables, just flat out garbage.
She's having a pretty rough time. She understands the rationale as to why she needed to let go of the stuff, but it's still pretty emotional. She's feeling pretty exhausted, pretty tired, and unsure about how she's going to do.
Dorothy checks in with Linda to see if she can take out the garbage covered in urine, vomit, and even more garbage. I just hope those are from the cats, even if I can't see any cats. Her house is full of raw garbage and it's disgusting.
This is what's coming off of the floor, okay?
Yes.
Everything is wet.
Oh, God.
Urine
yes.
infested, vomit.
Yeah.
There is nothing salvageable.
No.
We can't even go through it enough
No.
to save it.
Throw it away.
It's all going to be shoveled right now.
Yes, uh-huh.
And put right on the truck. Do you
Yes.
understand?
Yes, I do.
Dorothy appears to find mud that really looks like human waste. Please don't be what I'm thinking. I'm still recovering from Shanna. I mean, Linda seems pretty chill. She wouldn't do that, right? Right?
We're cleaning out the living room. I'm seeing more and more dirt, maybe mud. No, that's human waste. Shantae, come on over. Can you lift up your mask so I can just talk to both of you for a second? My question to you is this something that you saw when you were here, or is this worse than when you lived here?
Cups of poop. Linda's grandkids reveal that Linda had cups of poop around her house. Oh my God, it did not just get worse. She pooped in front of her grandkids? That's diabolical. Someone call animal control.
There was like cups of poop everywhere and pee and stuff.
Cups of poop?
Yeah.
Your grandmother was pooping in a cup.
Yeah.
So what we're coming into is human
Yeah, probably all that.
feces.
Probably all of it.
Did you know any of this was going on? No. And your grandmother would need to use a cup to either urinate or go to the bathroom. Did she do that privately or publicly? How did
Publicly.
you? Publicly.
Yeah.
In front of you.
So I see.
Are you?
Linda's daughter is speechless. I mean, who wouldn't be? There should be some kind of sentence for that.
What would you say if your mom were right here? Go for it. What would you say?
What the f are you doing?
She's clearly sick. Anybody that would do that has got some serious problems. This is insane. I'm mind blown.
Cobwebs, roaches, garbage. Fred and Mary have it all. Fred believes he's probably a hoarder and collects things he feels he will need. Tell that to the mountains of garbage in your house. Why would you need garbage?
My name is Fred, and I work for a contracting company. I'm probably a hoarder. I collect things all my life. Anything I thought I needed, I kept. But you don't realize how much you do have until you turn around and look.
Okay, just when I thought Fred was only a little bit delusional, he proceeds to lie that the roaches only came a month ago. Come on, man, give us a little more credit.
A few months ago, I seen a few roaches, so I sprayed. This past month, they must have multiplied. They claim if you see one, there's 100 hiding somewhere, so...
Mary, Fred's wife, claims to not be a hoarder, but a lousy housekeeper. Okay, the delusion in that house must be contagious. I think it would take much more than housekeeping to fix that mess. It's more disgusting each time you look.
My name is Mary, and I am Fred's wife. I don't think that I am a hoarder. I think I'm a lousy housekeeper. When I walk into this house, I see utter filth. I see the dirt. I see the cockroaches. I see the cobwebs hanging from the ceilings.
Kevin, Fred and Mary's son, reveals that for some reason, he knew their house wasn't normal. There's garbage on the couch, bro.
My name's Kevin, and Fred and Mary are my parents. Tons of times I told my parents that I didn't like the house the way it was. They just said we're working on it.
The house was so bad that the county authorities had to get involved, and the house was deemed unfit for human occupancy. No surprise there.
We conducted our investigation, and we discovered some really extreme violations. The house was extremely infested with insects. It was full of trash and garbage, and it was just unfit for human occupancy.
Fred reveals they were ordered to vacate the house and forced to live in a hotel for the time being. It seems it took several charges, some bills, and a touch of being homeless to convince Fred to get some cleaning done. Wild.
So we're in the hotel right now, and it's so expensive, it's taking half my paycheck for a week. We gotta do something soon before we run out of money.
It seems Matt Paxton and his cleaning crew didn't even need to step inside to deem the house to be dangerous, and describes it as something from a horror movie. They literally have to spray the house down before cleaning it. Still wondering how Fred survived in there given his condition.
The house is very dangerous. Okay, this is not a joke. You must have a mask on if you're in the house.
When I walk into this house, it feels like a horror movie.
We don't normally have to hose down a house before we clean it, but the dust is so bad in this house. And I mean, one reason the cobwebs look so thick and disgusting is because there's inches of dust in the cobwebs. We've had to spray the entire house down just to make it safe for us to throw away.
They all try to look for Fred's documents amidst a horrible mess. Never seen a more disgusting floor. Bugs, half-eaten food, paperwork. They just toss anything anywhere. Disappointing how people can live like this.
Paperwork where the table was. We need to find the
Mary,
paperwork.
my little black book with all the medical numbers.
What is this? This is medicine, birthday cake.
I feel very disgusted. There's bugs crawling everywhere. There's food left everywhere.
How does the food get left here like that?
On the table, gets piled up, slides off.
It seems the trash piles also did some structural damage, as there appears to be a hole leading down to the basement. Wait, they're really going to go down to the basement? Matt, your courage amazes me every time. Junk. The basement is full of junk. Large piles of junk. This house is clearly unstable. Has to be taken down.
The guys literally just dropped right through the floor. Because I can see the trash in the basement. It's right there. So we know once you move all the trash out, that's all just sitting here.
Just get rid of the junk.
So that tells me it's trash.
Yes, trash.
All right, let's get you out of here because you're already falling fast in here.
I sure am.
Fred has no understanding of how real this is. There's a lot of serious crisis going on.
Kevin is really excited to get to have a room again. Deserved, honestly. The kid endured enough. I still don't believe there's any saving that house, though. It's just so dirty and damaged, and it seems the authorities agree with me for the time being.
Feeling awesome.
You look like you were excited.
I am.
What's getting you excited? I mean, what's the...
I think it's just the fact that, because I gotta sleep back in here again.
You're just excited about having a room.
Yeah.
You want to see Kevin stay happy. He's a cool kid. He's a happy guy. And it's very contagious. Hopefully it'll be contagious enough that it'll keep his parents working and keeping this house clean.
They managed to get all the trash out, but there's still so much more to do over the next few weeks.
We got all the trash out. The bad news is it's just a start. We got a long way to go.
I am disappointed that we can't move back in. But I'm hoping within the next few weeks that we can move back in.
It is discouraging. The family worked so hard, they pushed themselves more than they've ever done.
Dogs, filth, tin cans, filth. Nancy has all of it, and it's not her problem. Nancy, a retired phone company worker, reveals that she thinks she is a hoarder. She reveals she had always loved collecting stuff since she was a child. Does she also collect garbage?
I think I'm a hoarder. I like to collect books, CDs, and videos, and I like to collect things that have to do with creating. I think I started collecting things or hoarding things when I was a child.
But what I like to collect and what I end up collecting aren't always the same things.
Michelle, Nancy's niece, reveals Nancy can't even cook because her floors become 2 feet of garbage. There are mountains of garbage in her room. Gross!
My name is Michelle, and Nancy is my aunt. She can't even sit at a table or make a meal in her kitchen because she would be standing on 2 feet of garbage. And I don't know what happened to her bedroom. I can't even see if there's a mattress in there. It's filthy.
Janine, Nancy's sister, reveals Nancy is actually okay with surfing trash waves every day. Michelle reveals Nancy's house was always messy, but never this messy.
My name's Janine, and Nancy's my sister. When you can sleep in garbage like that, or the crap laying on the floor, at some point she has decided that life's okay like this, and she's not of any value.
Her house was always messy, but it was never to this extreme. It's very difficult for me to watch her decline.
I pray for my sister a lot, because she's dying a slow death, and if she doesn't get help, she's gonna die in that house.
It's finally time to clean up Nancy's mess, and they even had to call the biohazard crew. Nancy audaciously warns Corey Chalmers not to question her on why she wants to keep anything. Here we go again with the hoarding insecurities.
My name's Corey Chalmers. I'm an extreme cleaner that specializes in biohazard and hoarding. Well, you look like you have concerns already. What's wrong?
I just want to say, please do not ask me why I want to keep something.
Listen, if we don't question you, this is how you got here, okay? This is your thinking process. So if you don't change some of that thinking process, then we're going to end up right back where we were. So there are going to be some challenges to the way that you think.
They start cleaning out the house, and Nancy did not just try to look through a box of feces. Janine is brought to tears just by looking around the house. But I don't know if it's her emotions or the dog poop smell just being eye-watering.
The bottom fell out. Look at the spiders in that. Oh, spiders.
Let me see, please.
Nancy, it's covered in feces.
I just want to look in there.
It's not stained.
Okay. I've seen it.
Everything was going fine in the kitchen, but then all of a sudden Janine just kind of had a breakdown, it looked like. She just started staring at the floor, you know, and crying.
I'm just upset. I've never experienced anything like this. That? And then put it in her body? Yeah. No. Oh, God help.
The microwave is covered in rodent feces. And to think of preparing food in that type of environment, there just aren't words.
Life is never meant to be walked alone.
You understand that?
I do. I do. So I didn't know if I could trust you, but now I know I can.
It seems the garbage was way too much for even the house. There's enough structural damage to take it down. They're all worried that the house might be uninhabitable even after the cleanup. Nancy is brought to tears by the condition of her house, and they all try to cheer her up. I mean, coming from swimming in canine garbage, life can only get better.
Scary here is look at when you touch this. I'm really worried right now. We're cleaning out the kitchen and we're finding very significant damage.
Okay.
There's nothing left.
This is too hard.
Dr. Michael Tompkins, a compulsive hoarding psychologist, explains that Nancy has to stick around family and friends for emotional support as they all plan a new life for her around family and friends. They manage to sort of clean up the house, but still can't save it as Nancy says goodbye to her house. Gotta feel sad for Nancy, but at least she's getting a better life now.
I am Dr. Michael Tompkins. I'm a psychologist. My recommendation would be that she relocate closer by you guys. If I have observed anything today, it's that the family is right there for her. She sees the value of it, they see the value of it, and it's wonderful.